It's the Craig Shoemaker Show with Craig Shoemaker, Sarah Sweet, and Joel Geist.
You're listening to Craig Shoemaker, America.
Who did this to you? Kira Sultanovich is our guest.
You are the love master. But don't you have like 17 kids?
I have another one on the way.
Stop it!
I swear to God,
Dude,
a girl.
you need to pull out. We get it. You're fertile.
We have Eric Griffin is here. I'm glad you're here. Why don't you co-host every week? Male co-host.
First of all, I'm looking around and I need to call the NAACP about this.
A lot of people in the room. Man.
You know what I mean? No, this is honky central right now.
No. We're going to get to that. It's Katie Seagal. You're going to be on a show that I absolutely love. And am I allowed to say it? Are you allowed to say it?
Yeah, which show?
She's got so many of them.
Frangela, they're coming in. Why do you think you should be on The Price is Right? Play the Asian thing. If she goes, it's called Price is Light. I swear to God, we're a winner. I think I've created a person who would be chosen.
You're dangerously close to me telling you, Francis, to go to the Price is Right with like a bone in your nose. You know.
Hey, hi, who's this?
Hey, this is John Resnick.
From the Goo Goo Dolls.
From the Goo Goo Dolls, yes.
Everything he sings sounds amazing.
Can you sing Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Mary had a little lamb.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
There's no Santa.
Oh, we're on. We're here. The curtain is open.
Who booed us? We already got booed?
No, that wasn't us being booed. I think there was
okay.
just sort of a thing would happen. This is Kira Sultanovich, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, no boo there.
Where do you
But
look?
no cheer either. I don't know what's
There
going
are
on.
3 cameras. I don't know which one to look at.
Don't look at any of them.
Okay,
Look at me.
Look at you. Only you.
Do you know I actually did hypnosis at one time?
Who, you mean you would hypnotize people?
Yeah.
What?
I've never admitted this. I didn't know this is where we're even going, but
Wait,
well,
you would
actually,
do,
we're not
like,
going anywhere.
Sleep.
Because
You would do like you were that kind of comic, you mean?
no, I didn't do it as comedy. I shouldn't even admit this to you. You might
No,
walk.
you should. No, you should.
Yeah.
What did you
I
do?
did it to women.
What?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure every guy says that I hypnotized her
No,
with my
not like
charm.
that.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying this in a shameful way. I'm not
What?
going.
Were you in court? And
No,
they were
no.
like, how did you get this chick to sleep with you? I'm sorry, Your Honor, I hypnotized her. I mean,
Yeah,
are
I
you
didn't go to court
serious?
for it, but yeah, I did it a few times.
No.
I learned how to do it from this thing I sold in college called Process Skills, and it was hypnotizing yourself or self-hypnosis. Well, you had to listen to these tapes that I sold. I didn't make the tapes; I just worked for them, and I sold these and it taught you how to take a test. So I took this. Now, what are the things you want to do in college?
Get laid.
Get laid.
Yeah.
Okay, that's ahead of SAT scores.
Absolutely.
right.
Well, you
so.
don't need SAT scores in college, but okay.
Well, to get into a good school,
Sure,
you do. And this
yes.
helps you take those type of tests,
Got it.
PSATs and SATs and things like that. So I learned how to. Would you like me to do it with you right now? I won't
scared.
take it as far as I did with them.
No, because then cut to I'm like, in some sort of minotaur position, and we're doing the half butterfly. No.
A minotaur position?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of something dirty and terrible. And
I never knew. First of all, I thought it was a minotaur, but I had no idea. A
I can't
minotaur?
even pronounce it correctly.
Is
So
that-
that's
is that a combination, minor and dinosaur? I don't know.
Yes, it's a minor dino. I'm
Coal
scared.
mine.
Hypnotize yourself. I want to see what happens first when you hypnotize
No, it's
yourself.
one of the lines, and I can't believe the women didn't laugh at me. One
sure
of the
they did.
lines was, I'll never forget, I go, okay, relax. Your head is like an empty eggshell. Listen to my voice. And I would tell them it was a relaxation thing. In the meantime, I tried to put them in a state where they would say yes to what I wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
And the roofie helped.
This is pre-roofie.
This is pre-roofies?
This is old school.
Are you sure?
Everything I do is old school. I don't do email. I do pen pals. I mean, this is how I roll. I mean, everything has to do with no. This is pre-roofies. I don't even
You know
think
what?
they
That
existed
doesn't sound
then.
like you really hypnotized them. It just sounds like you were just, Rico Suave, trying to be charming. Looked at them with your what color are your eyes? They're
Hazel.
like a hazily kind of.
No, I made them close their eyes. So they didn't see this.
But they knew.
They didn't see this. It was all part of the visual that I would create with the empty eggshell head.
That's just weird.
And then I would say, relax. And I would have them relax. And then I would,
Touch them inappropriately.
well, I was hoping it was appropriate.
Little bowling ball grip action.
And I didn't do the bowling ball. It wasn't my move.
It wasn't your
we
move?
all have a move.
Yeah.
Wasn't my move.
No.
Should we go down and dirty with what the move was?
I would love to know the move.
No, I was
I'm
more.
just curious if I could ever be hypnotized.
You, I would say probably not.
Okay.
No, you have
Yeah.
too much going on up
Yeah,
there. Too many
yeah.
defense mechanisms.
never
Too many
stops.
issues. Childhood.
I would just
Yeah.
do crowd work while you're trying to hypnotize me.
I can't see you relaxing. Period. I don't know you that well.
No.
But
I
you don't seem like
relax.
a relaxer.
Let me tell you where I relax the most.
Where?
Naked Koreans. That's where I relax. Are you okay?
Naked.
happened?
Wait a minute.
Naked Koreans.
So you just assemble naked
Yes.
Koreans in your home?
No, I go to an actual Korean spa.
Oh, I've been there.
The naked Koreans are the best.
I didn't see them being
They-
naked though. They're not naked with me.
Oh, no. They're naked. No, you have to go to a naked Korean spa. You have to
Wait a
go
minute.
to the
You're
place.
naked or they're naked?
Everybody is naked. Everyone, you're steaming, you go in the sauna, you go in like the clay room,
I've
there's
done
a jade
this.
room, the charcoal room, they're scrubbing you.
I love
they
that.
scrub you like they're getting back for the Korean War. Like they're just getting all up in
I've
you.
done this except for
Yeah.
them being naked. That's the only part that seems to be missing.
Are you
I need to
naked?
do it. Is this like Dante's Inferno where there's levels? And I'm only at purgatory. I want to get into the hell.
No.
I want to see the naked
Everyone
Koreans.
is naked.
I've not seen this. I've been naked and
You're
they
naked?
scrub me. I love that. They
Yeah.
mine they even put on a bathing suit and wading boots.
Okay, so the men put on a bathing suit. Yes, the women
No,
put on a
not the
bathing-
men. I'm naked.
Right.
And I love it
But
because
the
they
male
loofah
scrubbers.
places that I'm not loofah'd.
Yeah, tain't misbehaving. And then zit. Yeah.
Do they,
Oh, my
do
husband
they
told
do
me.
it's Korean version of
My husband told me
they misbehave? Oh, that's a bad Korean. That's really racist. Okay, I'm not going to go there.
That was
But
almost like Yiddish.
I couldn't commit to it. I couldn't.
My
I
husband
really could
has
have, but I
gone,
didn't want to. What's
and
that?
he said they lift and separate. They get every nook and cranny.
I do love that.
Yeah.
With the full
'Cause
loofah.
Because look, your skin is the largest organ.
Yeah.
I know, contrary to what most men think. It's the largest organ on your body. The love master comes out. So you have to detox it and cleanse it and get rid of all the.
I'm with you,
know, so
in
that's
all of
where
this,
I
except
relax.
for you do relax there.
Yeah. That's where I can sit all
And
day
what's great
long.
about it is our spouses, we're both happily married, but our spouses aren't going to commit to wearing the wading boots and the full bucket. They bucket me.
They bucket you.
It's like
it's full bucket.
it's like I'm a deck. I'm a deck of an
Yes,
ocean liner,
yes,
and it's
yeah.
time to.
They are swabbing the deck.
And they throw the bucket of hot
Yeah.
water on me. I'm just going. My friend was in the other room when this happened.
Yeah.
At this one place in Sarasota, the guy who opened for me.
Right.
And he heard me in the other room going, "This is the greatest." See, that's my problem. I can't relax. I'm too codependent. I have to tell them how good they are.
Yeah. Oh, I do too.
I can't just go, except if they speak only Korean, like almost only Korean, then
Right.
I can sort of relax because then I don't have to have the conversation. There's
Well,
the excuse of the language barrier.
They still understand moans of pleasure.
I do
That's
give them that.
universal. Yeah.
I give them that, but that's natural.
Yeah. But do they ever scrub you so hard that your skin comes off and you can like see it's almost like cake decorations, like it's like sprinkles of your skin everywhere?
Yeah.
That's
Gross.
the best.
I enjoy that. I don't know what the
Did
sound
something
was.
happen?
No, they give us sound effects.
What sound effects was that?
Gross.
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 I think that was gross.
Yeah, obviously no
It
one's
was in
been-
Korean.
No one's been no one's been naked with Koreans whoever pushed that button because it's the best.
I have not. This is the part you're going. I'm literally going to take a pause so I can get the number. I mean, I'm as soon as we're
Well,
finished
I've
with
been
this
to
show,
every Korean spa in Los Angeles. Every single one. Yeah.
and then
It's almost like an obsession.
are they? See, the problem is if they're too good looking, I'm going to have an issue. I've had that happen once. Once I was nude, right, and
With chicks are massaging you and scrubbing you?
yes. What's your?
That wasn't a Korean spa.
Wait a minute.
No, that was Tijuana.
You're telling me that
No.
you're not naked and they are?
I am naked.
By the way, I thank God this is all on film because the look that she just gave me after telling me everyone's nude and suddenly you got prudy when I said I was naked.
But it's the same
How did that
sex.
happen?
It's the same sex.
Oh.
Men should be scrubbing you, not chicks.
Oh. I'm not relaxed anymore. So I look up and I got balls?
Yeah. No, but they're not naked.
No. You
Let's-
just said that they were naked.
Let's start from the beginning. I am naked. The customer is naked.
I got
the
that.
People scrubbing are
Are.
not naked. But everyone else, all the other customers are.
This is the one time I wish other people were in the room to
So
witness.
They could yell at me.
A bit, yeah. Okay, Angelo, you're booing that she did say everyone was naked. Is that not correct? Do you have a microphone in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
is that a
is-
yes? I have a microphone, or yes? She said that.
What? I was booing the fact that they weren't naked.
But didn't she say that they were
All
naked?
the
She said
patrons
everyone's
are
naked.
naked.
No, well, all
Can
she
we
said
put
was
a picture up
naked
of-
at a Korean parlor?
This is going to be.
Parlor.
I literally, I feel like a referee in the NFL. We're going to have to go to the booth, and I go.
All right.
We got offsides, Sultanovic, first down,
Clipping
Shoemaker.
the boobs.
I
go.
think.
All right.
I think you were describing something that I was freaking out for a moment there because I'm thinking everyone's naked. Like a beautiful
Everyone
Korean
is
women
naked.
are walking around.
The patrons are all naked because they're there enjoying the spa
I've
services.
been to those before.
The people
and
that
it's always
work
people
there,
that should never ever be naked. They
I
should
know.
shower with overalls on. You're thinking I would go to nude beaches, the same thing. It's like you're thinking it's gonna be whoa, boner city. And meanwhile, I have an innie. It's so bad.
Well, maybe for the men, for the chick area where all the chicks are walking around naked.
Good looking.
We're
Oh, I'm gonna get a camera.
We're in Los Angeles.
I'm gonna get a. This is fantastic.
But the Korean
This
women
is
that
good.
work there, they're wearing the little underwear.
They wear underwear.
But everyone
Now,
else is naked.
Suddenly, you went from R to PG. Any second now, it's gonna be Saving Mrs. Banks G from Disney, and Walt and Donald are walking in and massaging
Hanks was scrubbing me naked.
you. Listen, you had me. You said everyone was naked before, so now all of a sudden people are clothed. Now you're telling me
Just
that
the people that work
now then
there.
when I said that I was naked, you gave me the look like is your husband not naked when he's being scrubbed? If you're doing
No.
every taint,
I gave you
have
the
to be
look
new.
because I thought a woman was scrubbing you.
Yes, she is.
Well, I don't think that's a Korean spa.
What do you think that is?
That is a happy ending spa.
Well, wait a minute, how about
She's
him?
giving you a little scrub and a
But
little
what's
tug.
so you're telling me
scrub and tug.
a man is doing this with your husband?
men,
That's what he
yes.
says.
Yeah.
So he tells you that a dude is. Now, listen. I love homosexuals. I really do.
How
I
do we
hang out
get
with
on
gays
the-
all the time. Okay.
Sure.
I
Some
have
of your best friends.
This is one of my
are
prefaces.
black
I always
gay guys.
preface. I always preface
Yeah.
everything to say that who you're dealing with here, and saying I'm not comfortable though around naked men. It's just not my thing.
They're not. Okay. Okay, so you mean the patrons. The
or
patrons
even
are
a man
naked.
like
Okay.
doing my taint. I'm all right with a guy massaging me, but
Sure.
when I'd even be all right if the guy does the full massage and they go bring in the chick for the taint, like a stunt taint. She just bring her in for
Right.
the big shot.
Yeah.
I'd be all right with that. But
Right.
here's the problem: is I've been in many of these places, so you're nude and you're face down with the cradle.
Yeah.
That face cradle, which is like you feel like you're gonna come out of the birth canal again,
Right.
and you're there, and you're like this, right? And then they're massaging you, and then
Right.
sometimes you're going, I wonder if I'm at a rub and tug place because they're spending a lot of time down in that area, and then suddenly you're going, I need another hole in another location besides my face, because now you're a lean-to.
Women don't have that problem.
I
so
know.
I can't relate. But this
You
all
don't get
came-
vaginal boners?
No. I don't think you know how it works.
I got the look again.
This all came
I
out
feel
of
like Bruce Smith.
you.
I got the look again.
This all came out of you thinking that I don't relax. And I do relax
come out of
in a
that.
Korean spa. So there you go. I do
It
relax.
went from you don't relax to I'm getting
To
numbers.
you get-
I'm getting a number here because you got this whole visual of Caligula in a Korean bathhouse, and you were like really okay with this, and your husband goes and
Yeah, they
there's
have a-
nudity, but now you just created a whole other picture.
I'm so sorry. That
You
I-
should have had me
false
just should have left with
advertisement. I
that
should've
and
just
gone on
left
to
it.
pooping kids and how the kids poop. We were talking about that on the break.
We were, and I do need your help because this is serious, and I am being very serious. I don't know what to do about, and I'm sorry if some of your listeners, don't like kids and their poop, but
Yeah.
when you are potty training, you become obsessed with your child going to the bathroom. And I feel like he is, he's like 70% potty trained, meaning during the day he's in underwear and he pees on a potty and naps, and nighttime, obviously a diaper, and he will only crap in a diaper.
I have the solution.
Okay, what do I do?
Koreans. Call back.
You got a callback button?
The Koreans come in. You don't have to change the diaper. They
See?
come in. The same Koreans come in and scrub.
Scrub the taint.
They scrub the taint.
Yeah.
It's hard to call a child's area taint, but if that's
Look,
what you want.
I was hoping for some real advice.
Well, you're talking to usually the right guy. I've kind of been experienced with a lot of things, but this is the one where I've had difficulty with
But
all 3 children.
You're
My
not
one
only the
child,
love master, you're the poop master. So
a little bit.
tell me what to do.
Yeah, that's a big poopy right there, baby. That's
Yeah,
a Lincoln
man.
Lob.
jeez.
Oh, yeah.
What did I
That's
open?
my. Oh, yeah.
It was like the creepy love master, as if the love master's not creepy enough.
So what do I do?
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened is our first child used it as they use it.
Yeah, it's a power thing.
It's a power
Like, look what
thing.
I can do.
Yeah.
Now this is the one control I have.
Mine took it far though. It literally poop in the garage.
Now, when you say poop in the garage, do you mean stand there and poop, or actually like unload in the garage?
Unload where normally the bicycles would be. You're out riding a bike. He's going, wait till they get back and see this. I've got a little something for them.
Like you've pissed off your cat or something.
That does remind me, by the way, just to bring this also back to this is our holiday special. Look, we've got
yeah.
we've got Kira's
Oh,
name.
we have
Kira's stepped
some
in.
holly.
We'll be honest with you because we're honest on our show. We're banking this one. This is done before the actual holiday.
I'm not
because-
making any money off of this. I don't know why you said banking.
Okay, we'll get to that.
I
You
don't,
might
I
be
don't
making
understand
money.
what happens.
But don't put that affirmation out there.
As
I
a
might have something for you
Jew-
at the end of this.
As a Jew, joke's on you guys. To
By
have
the way,
me
a
on the
perfect
holiday.
person to have with the holly
Yeah.
and the whole red thing. Well, you wore your red sweater though. That's very
right?
nice.
This is
I'm
very
here in
holiday.
my funeral wear. But anyway, that reminds me of when I was a kid. Do you ever have like something that you talk to your family back, you tell the story time and time again, or a
Mm-hmm.
friend? This is one of those. My mom was dating a Hungarian guy
So far, so good.
who had a accent that was like the female Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Yeah.
So we were not known for being real clean. We're kind of poor too, but we had this mutt dog that was just the worst. Would eat everything, and sure enough, got into Christmas candy. And he comes to drop off gifts at our house, and he sees that there are already gifts under the tree, and he goes, "Oh, look, it's presents." And then we look, and thank God he didn't have good eyes. A pile of poop from all the candy. So to this day, if Sarami sees me, he goes, "Craig, I bring you presents." Presents for the tree. And that's one of those things. So that the dog also was a control freak, trying to say, I'll show you.
Yeah.
You feed me this Purina again?
Yeah.
I'm dumping right here. And would dump everywhere. It sounded exactly
Oh.
like that.
That made me throw up a little bit.
By the
in my
way, our
mouth.
dog was cremated. Yeah. Well, they all
For
died.
pooping?
No.
Under the. We'll show you.
It was a bad.
Set him on
It
fire.
was a bad segue. You have to like.
Wow.
I should know that as a storyteller.
You can't just
have
put
to
his
set-
face in it? Jesus Christ. Usually people just roll up a newspaper and put their face in it. You just set him on fire.
Such a bad storyteller.
you
I didn't sleep last night.
Yeah.
I should have prefaced the story by saying first that we dealt with that. Then you move on to she eventually died 7 years later.
Okay, well that's
Then
that's
had her cremated.
Important information.
And then I am the creepiest guy ever. My sister loved the dog. It has the jar. It says Susie on the side. And Susie was really smart and could do tricks. So I always take the jar and I go, roll over, Susie. And I roll the jar on the table. And you hear all little marrow and bones
Oh,
and
come
teeth.
on.
You hear chink, chink,
no,
chink,
there's
chink.
no teeth. Stop it.
Oh, there is.
Are you serious?
You never seen a cremated thing? Yeah, I mean, so anyway, and then I go, sit up. I put the jar up. Speak. I said, same old Susie. And my sister's very angry. Hasn't
Yeah.
talked to me in 4 years.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if that's the reason. It could be on the reason chart.
It's probably has sparked the reason.
I tend to do that sometimes. But anyway, the pooping thing.
Yeah, can you please give me some real advice?
I don't really know what the advice is because seriously, that was the one child would do that. And then now this one, our youngest, he has a thing where we call it dry time. You know, when he you have drive time, we have dry time.
Right.
And sometimes he wakes up with a dry diaper and sometimes he doesn't, but he's potty trained, so that doesn't make any sense. But sometimes he makes it through the night and other times he doesn't.
Right.
You know, I was that way at 17 when I was drinking heavy, but he's not that I know of. But yeah, he pees his diaper sometimes, and then he always comes
But you're
into the
supposed
bed.
to pee your diaper.
You're supposed to pee your diaper, but you're supposed to stop at some point.
Oh, so what you're saying is he's pull-up, so he can pull them down, go use the
But he
potty,
doesn't though.
or go in the
He
garage.
just goes. He goes. This is the youngest one.
Yeah.
And but he's peeing in a diaper, and I think he's too old. You know, he's 16, and I think that maybe that might be the dividing line.
Well,
But-
here. This is me being serious.
Okay.
I think that I was traumatized around the potty training years because those are the years we were immigrating, right? So my parents were really stressful. I was around 2 when we came to the United States.
Oh.
So my parents were stressed. They were looking for jobs, trying to learn English, survive,
Right.
get food. So they didn't really sit down the way parents sit down now and go through all the different, like, let's talk about the potty and how toilet paper works and all that.
Yeah.
And I think they just kind of overlooked it and just said, well, she'll figure it out or we'll figure it out, whatever. And I pissed the bed until I was maybe 7.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that to my kids. So I want to, save
Well,
him from
the
that.
circumstances are different. I mean, your parents were giving you a participation trophy, and I mean, things were a lot different. They weren't reading Everybody Poops.
No.
No,
they weren't reading
anything. They basically didn't even have toilet paper.
No,
because
they did
Russia,
not.
that was a big issue.
Oh,
I remember when I
was-
first met Russian women.
Absolutely.
I would give them toilet paper for a gift because I heard.
While you're hypnotizing them? While you're shoving it in their mouth with chlorophyll? You're getting sleepy. Oh, that's...
sleepy.
Can you imagine if it worked right now?
Charmin, soft, Mr. Whipple.
See, I think you would misunderstand because I'm so exhausted that if you tried to hypnotize me, it would just be me falling asleep from exhaustion.
That was the point.
And Craig would be like, it worked!
I would try to get them to fall
I'm
asleep.
a genius. Yeah.
I had another thing that I used to do.
Oh, God, no.
Nah, I shouldn't be admitting all this.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
You'd poop on them.
No, I actually did a thing. You know, sleepwalking?
Yeah?
Whoever was next to me, I would try to sleep fuck.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's a whole different word. You know that, right?
I've never heard it before, but I've
No,
said it
it's-
before.
it's that-
Sleep fuck. So, in other words, if you're sleepwalking, people always think it's like this. So that's my form of it because I was a horny guy, and whoever was next to me,
That might be illegal.
What?
Raping bitches.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. I think that's basically.
I said people. I mean, I was cuddled up with my friend Steve at one time. You know,
All right, well.
these are the drunken days. There were things that, we literally had one of those scenes like, those aren't pillows. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For it was after a wedding. Someone said, "Here, go put them over in that sofa bed," and then I wake up the next day and I might, I'm like kissing his neck and stuff.
Is this a
My friend
confession
Steve.
episode? Is that why I'm here?
Yeah,
Is
a
this
lot
the
of-
Christmas confession?
A lot of that's going on here, isn't it?
Where just at the end of the year,
It's
you
not
just
even-
want to
That's true.
unload
We
everything.
could make this the New Year's resolutions.
Forgive me, Kira, for I have sinned.
I promise no more date rape.
Sleep rape.
Sleep rape.
That's awful.
Well, it really wasn't.
Sure.
Because they participated too. Because apparently, if I could get one that also was ready for the sleep sex.
Sure, she was ready to sleep rape you.
So then there's both people, it's both
Yeah.
parties. I never
Yeah.
forced myself.
Of course
But I would be
not.
like in a dream state, and there they are, and you get sort of, and they're like loose and relaxed, and then they're in their REM,
Right.
and I'm in RAM.
And God knows,
I'm in RAM.
you know,
sleep.
chicks get horny when they're in their REM sleep.
Exactly.
No.
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 I have a story. I wonder if I should tell it of
I
someone
really
who's
almost say no now. I feel like every story that you've said, should I tell it? I feel like maybe you shouldn't have.
there's somebody.
Oh no.
I'm not going to tell the full story.
Okay.
There's somebody famous, a
That you
famous
sleep-fucked?
lesbian that had just told me that she was a lesbian.
Right.
And that happened, but we were in the middle of like hot passion.
Right.
And then I woke up and I stopped. But she was also doing it back.
She was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of no means no, it was more like, don't you know snore means snore? Well, I guess if it's mutual sleep fucking, I guess it's okay.
It was always mutual. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
Something
understand.
happens when you get in that relaxed state.
Sure.
Because a lot of women back then were in the no state. but when you were like,
Right.
no, I don't know you well enough. I know you well enough to be next to you and sleeping next to you, but I don't
Right.
know you well enough to be doing that.
Yeah.
But then I used to go to sleep. I go, okay, good night, because I knew something was going to happen later. At least I banked on that.
Wow. Now, have you said this to an attorney, just in case?
See, you had to go
See,
there. You
I
had to
had
go
to-
there.
I
You
had
got to go with
to.
the law, the accounting.
Yep. See, Angela agrees.
So you came from Russia, and you think that this background led you to not being the greatest parent when it comes to bodily functions. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, where did you get that from?
What do you mean? Do I have to replay that one again?
No. What I'm saying is I am so aware. I'm highly sensitive and aware.
You're hyper aware,
I'm hyper aware, thank you.
and you think you're transferring this onto your child.
I just want to make sure that he doesn't go through that.
He's not going through it. He's not
not
on
go-
Ellis Island with a babushka. Okay?
How old do you think I am?
There are different circumstances. He's not in the back of a ship.
We didn't
in
immigrate
steerage.
after World War II. I just,
A lot of these descriptions.
Yeah.
So far today, I think we're
Yes.
at half an hour in or something. It's
Yeah.
going very fast.
it is.
Yeah. So far, these descriptions, there's about 5 times we have to replay it. We're going to have all these people going back and forth. I wonder if we get credits on the downloads on all the times we have to go
I just
back to
have
hear
to
what you
keep-
said. The original premise, you do not back it up. It always comes out different when you're
Look.
retelling the story a minute later.
English is my second language. So if you want to give an immigrant a hard time, that's on you, white man.
That white man.
You're a racist.
If you, on this holly jolly season, in this Christmas time of
Yeah.
year when you should love thy neighbor, even if thy neighbor is an immigrant, if you want to give me a hard time because some of my verbs get conjugated incorrectly,
Your verbs get conjugated. There's no conjugation with naked and not naked. Okay? There's no conjugation going on.
all right.
There could be conjugal visits, but there's no conjugation of verbs going on.
can I
You
do?
had me thinking that there is a place here in Los Angeles that I was seriously thinking of ending the show midway so I could go there because I'm not feeling that hot, and I was ready for these naked Korean women. We can replay it if you'd like to, because that's what you described to me.
You know what? But seriously, if you went to a Korean spa, I bet you'd feel better.
No, I will.
You would. You
I
would.
will.
You should consider
But I'm going to
going.
go to the ones I go to.
Oh, geez, those aren't Korean spas.
They have. There's some Asian
Give
persuasion.
me the name. Do you know the name off the top of your head?
Do I know the name? Are you kidding
No,
me?
of the Korean spa?
I can barely read a Chinese food menu or at a restaurant. Egg foo young. That's all I know.
Look how you did
I
that
know
very
stuff
well.
like that. Well, I've
Well-
been trained on that, but the names of places, seriously?
But can I tell you what
It's
would make
written.
you
It looks
feel
to
good?
me like a Nabisco sign. I have no idea what there's a sign for a woman, with an arrow pointing up or whatever. No, I don't know the names of these
Okay,
places. I actually stop at a lot of them though. I took my son to one the other day.
Did you really?
I did. We sat next to one another on beds, and it was a foot massage place. But
Uh-huh. Oh, that's
they
different.
end up doing most of your body though.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I went to the foot massage place because when I was pregnant, I was 2 weeks late. Or not 2 weeks, I'm sorry, 10 days late. And so I went to a foot massage place because I was told there are pressure points on your feet.
Yeah.
And it could induce labor.
That's
so
right.
I was like, please get this baby out of me. And he got scared, like he thought I wanted him to deliver it right then and there. Like with my feet, because your feet are kind of, not in stirrups, but you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
And he got a little freaked out. And I go, no, I don't want you to deliver the baby. I'm just saying, push the sole of my heel to make
Right.
it pop out faster.
I've actually benefited from this myth.
Really?
Yes, because now my wife is pregnant. I don't have to massage her because she thinks that she's going to
She'll
have a
go into
premature
early
birth.
labor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe at that time I'll start to. I've quit on massages now
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah.
But she's quit on me too.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
She's tired.
Yeah, I know.
When is her due date?
It's in a month.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she's
Oof.
doing a month, and we're doing
Yeah.
the whole water birth at home, and
Oh, my gosh.
yeah, and I have to arrange my comedy schedule around it
This kid.
because I have to make money. You
So,
gotta
are you going to have like a doula and a midwife? Who's going to be there? Who's
well,
going to be present?
we did it before.
And like
It's
a fire
midwife.
marshal?
You don't need one with all the water.
Yeah.
I flooded our place the last time.
Did you really?
Well, I wasn't experienced with this birth pool. It was a pool. It's a birth pool.
Yeah,
It's
I've
plastic.
seen
And meanwhile, you don't know this about me, but I'm very frugal. And I don't like to spend on things like air. I don't like to spend on air, for instance.
What do you mean by air?
Well, for your tires.
Oh.
So I don't like to spend on that. That pisses me off. Or
Okay.
water.
You know, it's a quarter.
Or water. Is it really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because I refuse to spend on that. How about the cart at the airport?
Yeah.
I will search. I will go to another terminal and find a free one that someone left.
Okay.
Okay, before I ever spend on that thing. I have certain things in my mind I will not spend on. So one of them is a pump for this pool. So I literally blew the thing up with my own lungs. An entire birth pool. I think I spent 2 days working on this thing. Anything to save money.
You know there are party clowns who could probably have helped you, and you wouldn't have to.
That would have cost money.
Okay, here's my theory on certain things.
Yeah.
Pay now or pay later.
Well, my lungs are in very good shape
Right,
because of
but
that.
you said
I didn't
that
pay later on
you
that.
said you flooded the place, so then you have to.
No, I flooded the place because we had complications, and we had to throw my wife onto the floor. Seriously, and there was a midwife working with me, and she says, "Pull the baby out." I had to pull the baby out. And have you ever seen Gone with the Wind?
Yeah, a long time ago.
There is, well, of course, a long time. We don't see it like every day. It's not on our list. But I do remember one line from that I used that day.
What's that?
Sissy, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. That's what I felt like. I felt like Sissy.
Oh my God.
I don't know nothing about birthing no baby. She goes, pull the baby out. That's what I felt like. I was like, so I did it though.
So your
It's
baby's
one of those
first
things.
image was you just freaking out. The baby's coming out head first, and it's just you,
God,
just
this poor kid.
Yeah.
That is his first image. Is daddy's face.
And
which
that's
is
why
already,
he's crapping in the garage.
That's not the crap garage. This is the one who pees his diaper at night. We have to take a break. We'll take a break right now. As a matter of fact, on the break, let's play a little Kira Sultanovich, who is. It's just the two of us today.
Yeah.
No calls because this is actually being recorded.
If you want, I can call. I can call in the show.
Have somebody call us just so we can sound like we're multi-dimensional.
We'll do that.
We'll take a break and where do I look? Come back. Come
That
back.
one right
there
there.
it is.
There it is.
Come back. We have much more in store for our holiday edition of the Craig Shoemaker Show.
We're just going to take a minute break.
Music is a little Ron Burgundy-ish.
Yeah, it is.
Welcome back to the Craig Shoemaker Show with my co-host, Kira Sultanovich.
Thanks, Fred. I feel like I'm Christina Applegate's character.
Exactly. Haven't seen that yet.
I heard it's really good.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was 10 years ago.
I
Was
know.
the
Can you
last
believe that?
Anchorman.
Yeah, and look at Steve Carell after that, and
How
look at
about
Paul
that?
Rudd after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Adam McKay is the director, and this is one of those things where you gotta watch your whole way up and coming up the ladder of comedy and everything. Just be nice to every single person.
Yeah.
The Comedy Club, the Comedy Factory outlet in Philadelphia where I worked, Adam McKay, the great director with Will Ferrell, was the doorman. Yes, and not even the head doorman. He was like the third doorman. It's like, and I look back and I go, how nice was I? Apparently not nice because I'm not in any Anchorman. I'm not even an extra.
Well, I mean, do you think he remembers you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been in touch with him a little bit on Facebook.
Oh, that's good.
He's
That's
very
good.
political
Really?
on Facebook, yeah. And I really admire his courage. I don't know if you noticed this, but one of the movies he did with, I wish I remembered the name of it. It wasn't one of his more popular movies, but it was very good with Will Ferrell, of course, who's in everything, and Mark Wahlberg. Do you remember that movie? Anyway, they had a lot of his...
The Other Guys?
Yeah, The Other Guys. Thank you. Angelo, the other guy.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of political statements in that he's really behind the common man.
He's a
kind of
Marxist,
thing.
right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course, Miss Russia over
I
here.
don't know what his political.
He's Marxist.
Is he liberal? He's a liberal dude.
Well, I'm not one who labels, but if you're
Right.
going to do that, yes, I would
But
say.
what do you mean
I'd
when
say
you-
more liberal. Yes,
Right, so
more like Occupy, like
Right.
Part of
Yeah.
the Occupy movement, which is very much where I align with.
I think
Yeah.
a good number of comedians, I can't, obviously not all, obviously,
Yeah.
but a large chunk of comics usually veer a little bit towards liberal just because, look, usually we're not in the 1%, number one.
Well,
Usually we are in the 99. And two, because that's where I think a lot of truth comes from. When you're a creative person, when you're an artist, you have to really dig down deep.
You're going to look at the other side
And-
of something where people look at things in two-dimensional form. I'll give you an example of a premise that I've come up with for years is just the belief that there's a liberal media. It does not exist. That's something you just believe because they told you to believe it. It's not true. And I'll tell you why it cannot be true. Literally cannot be true. Because every single news program is sponsored by a large corporation. Just watch any news program.
Yeah.
So therefore, they could never bite the hand that feeds them and do an investigation on somebody that might be doing something and they do.
Right.
The only way we find it out is documentaries, which are not funded by large corporations because they're going after the corporations. So there can't be a Roger and Me. There can't be a Gasland. There can't be anything like that in the news. And this is the news that we need if our food is poisoned,
Right.
or if we're going to war where we shouldn't be, and we're
Right.
paying the defense contractors and things like that. So therefore, my common sense tells me there is no such thing as liberal media, and yet any conservative who fights you will yell at you and say it's a liberal media and here's how. And then they can't come up with an example. MSNBC, that's what they'll say. But before as MSNBC, what were you saying? I mean, Dan Rather is liberal or whatever. It just doesn't exist because they're actually in the pockets of the corporations.
I think Fox News has to stop saying, mainstream media wants you to think.
Yeah.
They are so enormous and huge. How do they not think they're part of mainstream media?
Oh, they act like they're the victim. Megyn Kelly.
Right. Mainstream media would have you think.
Megyn Kelly, that's her big speech.
You guys are
It
Fox
amazes
News
me
Corp.
when people have been in charge forever, which is white people, right? Have been in charge forever. When they become the victim to
Right.
something like that,
Yeah.
a victim of the spin, and all they do is create spin. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I do think that white people are the victims now because they feel threatened. Just because they are still
no
more
question.
white people than, let's say, any other race, than than Hispanic and Black and Jews and
For
whatever.
now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whenever you feel threatened, doesn't matter if it's, there's more of you. If for whatever reason they feel like, hey, we might not be in charge that much longer, they turn into victims.
Oh, I believe that.
They're
It's
not.
like dinosaurs that are going extinct.
Right,
And
right.
they're in a tar pit going, somebody grabbed my paw. It'd be more like this. I don't think they had very big arms. But somebody grabbed my paw, if that's what they call it, and pulled me out of here. And so there's this desperation for survival now.
Yeah.
What makes me laugh is the immigration thing. The immigration thing is, no immigration. They're building walls, Mexico, between Mexico and us. But up at Montana, they're like going, come on in, Canadians.
Oh, they're having lunch with Canadians. They're in play dates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what makes me laugh is like, there's nobody going, get Simon Cowell out of here. Let me see his papers. Yeah, well, no, we wouldn't say that. We love Canada.
We love Canada.
I do. I played up there a lot, and they're really great audiences. I think
they're
they're
national song like "O Tannenbaum," but it's with "O Canada"?
I wonder if that is the same.
Oh Canada, oh Canada.
No. You're missing on the second one. Now you got me confused. I was about to sing it. Oh, what it is holiday season. We might as well do O Tannenbaum.
Okay, let's
which
do
is
O
O Christmas Tree.
Which just sounds like my lawyer. His name is O Tannenbaum.
So he's half Irish and half Jewish?
Yeah.
Oh, me friend O Tannenbaum.
O Tannenbaum's here to negotiate my contract for tarty-tarty-tee-tee-tee.
That's how confused I am. Is I actually do have that background of 1,000 different things.
Yeah,
I was
aren't
brought
you?
up. I was brought up Well, this will sum it up for you. As I was brought up by my mom,
Right.
but my mom kept marrying Jews, so we would make the Jews happy and have all the Jewish holidays at the same
Right.
time. There was always the other holiday at the same exact time.
Right.
Like Passovers were
Passover,
Easter.
Easter,
right?
yeah.
So we would have seders,
Yeah.
and I would be confused. I go, is it Easter or Passover? Is the empty chair for Elijah or Uncle Ray today? What are we hiding? What are we hiding? Eggs, matzah. What are we finding today? And then we combine these
That's
combinations
hilarious.
of things, and it was really confusing.
How come
And
no one's created the matzah egg?
the matzah egg?
Decorate your matzah.
They
Dip
do.
your matzah
We did
in
that.
like that dye. You did not.
We didn't put it in a dye, but we did.
But there should be like a hybrid like that. I think that would help my kid. My kid is half, Irish
he?
and he's Jewish and Irish.
You married a full-blooded Irish?
Well, he's half Puerto Rican, half Irish.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Now see
yeah.
that
There's a lot going on.
you just created a stand-up.
I did.
As confused as I am. Hopefully, he's not going to be as much.
I just gave my kid an act, and he's not even 3 yet.
We could write a joke for him. Hey, I'm part Irish, part Puerto Rican, part Jewish.
So that means I'll steal my bike because I'm too drunk, but I'm too drunk to ride it. Is that the joke? Steal your bike?
let's see.
I don't even know what that means.
Hi, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Irish, and I'm Jewish. So my people are stealing your hubcaps while they're having a Guinness, and then we're going to resell it later.
All right, we'll work on it. We'll workshop it.
I didn't get in trouble. How did yours? I don't know. I get crickets, and you get it. I thought mine was much more thought out.
Look, yours was good.
No, neither one were good. Neither one were good. We're creating comedy for a 3-year-old
Yeah,
now.
for a 3-year-old.
Is that all your son's 3?
He'll be 3 in a couple. Well, oh wait, when does this come out? He just turned 3.
And you're going to go to he's not going to watch this because I know there's a surprise coming,
Yeah.
right? So it's this
Well,
since
surprise
it's
is more for
pre-recorded.
my husband.
Him too? A Legoland is a surprise for him?
Why not?
Surprise.
Surprise.
You're paying for it. And you're going to have to walk around a park and pretend you love. No,
That's
it
a
actually
surprise.
is one of my favorite parks.
Is it one of your favorite places?
It is. I've been there probably 12 times.
Really?
Yes.
We've never been. We wanted to wait for our kid to be a little bit older so he can, enjoy it more.
Good age. 3's a good
3,
age.
yeah.
There's a 3-year-old area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like divided, and it just keeps working its way up. Now,
Actually-
I have kids all ages, which is a nightmare if you want to go
Yeah.
on all the rides.
Yeah.
So what I do is we have a very short 3-year-old or 4-year-old now, and and there's a bar. You have
Yeah.
to be as tall as the bar to get on the rides, and I have no problem with being on the rides. I'll sign off on anything. But they are so strict, so I have him stand on my feet while he's at the bar. I got caught every time. It's terrible you train your kid to do stuff like this. And the other one I'm telling him, you're 12 because it's half price.
Oh my God.
And he's got like hairy pits, with a tank top. So I had him like walking around like a T-Rex. It's 2 T-Rex references in one bit.
Here's what you do to make your kid taller. You feed him a very sodium-rich diet about 2-3 weeks before you go to Legoland. So he just puffs up, and that'll naturally just add maybe an inch.
I'm
to
writing
his
this down as fast as I can write down the naked Koreans. Really?
I don't know.
You feed them. No, I guess
I
they
don't
would
think you
bloat.
should
They
do
would
that.
bloat a little bit, but that doesn't give height to your skull. You
Sure.
don't bloat your skull or
But
your
your
feet.
feet get bloated, so it's
No,
like...
I seriously, and I'm not
Yeah.
exaggerating. I am putting lifts in his
little
heels.
baby lifts,
I'm
yeah.
getting baby lifts because it's ridiculous that they won't let him on these rides. So it is divided
Well,
up.
it is for his safety.
Safety schmafety. I'm holding on to him. It's
kind
my
of-
kid. I should have the choice.
Can I tell you something?
What?
My kid, and obviously he'll micro out of this or not, is not an adrenaline junkie. He probably won't even want to go on the rides. Yeah. What is up with that? What's going on? I was crazy about climbing things and jumping off things and running and going. If there was a possibility of me breaking a bone, I would have done it.
Do you know how much time I've spent in my life going
emergency?
all the way in a line at these parks?
Oh.
That you arrange for your child to have these beautiful moments, and you have a child that doesn't want to be in the line, so you finally get to the ride after this long line, and he's going, I'm not going on. Do you know how many conversations I've had with the older one, the one who poops in the garage?
Yeah.
Or used to. He's 15 now, but now I have him walking around with don't show your pits because you're 12. But anyway, yeah, we would get to the line and he would not go on these things, and it was a nightmare. because
So you just
I'm trying to
wasted-
project my happiness
Yeah, of course.
onto him
Right.
because I am an adrenaline junkie. I'll go on anything.
Yeah.
I bungee jumped, I've skydived, I've hang glided. I will do anything. I bungee jumped out of a hot air balloon. I doubled it. I doubled the adventure out of a hot air balloon. Yeah.
I just
I
got
have no
nauseous
problem.
thinking about that. I really did.
Oh, so you're not an adrenaline
Well,
junkie.
I'm not that level. I'm talking about when I was a kid.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I loved to climb things and jump and go
Yeah.
crazy, and he has no interest in it. Zero. Went to like one of those little indoor playgrounds and they have a zip line. All the kids are like screaming and yelling
Yeah.
to get in line for the zip line. Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's tough. So you're going to go to Legoland, and he's going to be like not even getting on anything, and you're going to be trying to tell him.
I don't think we're gonna try the rides. We're just gonna like what? I mean, what do you just play with the Legos? What do you do there?
There are no Legos to play with.
It's
Everything's
all
built.
rides?
Everything's built out of Legos.
So what will he do there then? Maybe we shouldn't go.
There's some safe, easy, wussy stuff. Like he could just you step on this fountain,
Yeah.
and it makes different noises, like instruments.
Oh,
So
he
you can
might like
you can
that.
literally he just has to jump up and down.
Okay.
It's like a little horn, and you go over here. It's a
This is
clarinet.
part of like your hypnotizing thing right now again.
Ooh.
This is how you got the chicks to go to bed with you.
That was yeah. I just did. I did. Watch this. Here's the saxophone. I can do a trumpet.
Okay, go for it. Now sing "Oh Canada" with the trumpet. That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, and with the confusion of you doing O Tannenbaum in there, so that was double the trouble. But anyway, so speaking of putting lifts in your shoes,
Right.
Segway King,
I like it.
Healthy Feet Store.
Oh.
You need to go there.
What is the Healthy Feet
Store? Remember Joel was in here earlier?
Yeah.
He said, I got some shoes from Healthy Feet Store. You go to healthyfeetstore.com to buy all your shoes.
What kind of shoes do they have?
They have all shoes, all different kinds
for
of shoes,
chicks?
everything. Chicks, athletes, non-athletes, Jews.
Because us Jews, we have that eighth pinky toe.
And yes. And you also have the complain factor.
Now, why do you need healthy feet?
I got bunions. What am I gonna do with my bunions?
I'll tell you what you do, Reba. You go to healthyfeetstore.com, and these are all approved by orthopedic surgeons and designed, but they're designer shoes, like New Balance is there and all these wonderful shoes that you can get. But they happen to have good balance and are from Brooks and 50 brands of men's and women's and kids' shoes to choose from. And it'll give you balance and good posture and structure because we're all designed
Did your
that way,
wife's feet get bigger when she got pregnant?
Well, yes.
Yeah,
She went from a 8 to a 9.
Yeah, so
So,
she needs some healthy feet.
I got her some slippers.
Oh,
Now, this is after the holidays, so she won't hear this. She'll have already opened.
that's sweet.
Yes, and I got her nice slippers. I also have slippers from Healthy Feet Store, and they're the most comfortable slippers. Everything is wonderful, wonderfully made. I'm trying to read and pretend I'm not reading at the same time.
You're doing an amazing job.
Yeah, but meanwhile, we're on TV and you can see the paper. 100% price match guarantee, but we can get you a discount, 10%.
Oh, that's
10% discount. I think that's what the percentage is. Whatever it is, you get a discount if you put in what's the code? Laugh It Off 2013. Tell them Craig sent you.
You should make that paper green screen.
Oh, right.
Green.
Then you wouldn't be able to see
And
it.
then you wouldn't be able to see it.
See, they can't see that. Yes, they can. We're not
But
ready
I'm
for
saying
that.
green. You make it green next time. Next time, producers.
If you have any shoe questions, they're answered by the on-staff. Can you pronounce that, by the way, since you're the co-host?
Oh,
Pedorthist?
Lord have mercy. Pedorthist.
Pedorthist.
That just sounds like we're not in Kansas anymore, Pedorthist.
Why would they do that to us? Why would they put that in here? I'm trying to do like a casual read and tell people how great the shoes are, and they throw me with
I think you're doing a great
Pedorthist?
job telling
I was until
people-
then. Then I'm Sylvester. Pedorthist. Pedorthist.
I don't think that's a real word. We need to Google
You
that.
call
make
them
sure.
during business hours, Monday to Friday. Put in the Laugh It Off 2013. You get a discount. They'll send it to you. Free shipping. And plus the discount. So that's where you go. And we all have shoes from Healthy Feet Store.
We
Our
do.
normal, regular people that are here. But you are
What's
our
this
co-host.
we, Kimosabe?
You're a co-host. That's Sarah Sweet and Joel Geist, who are normally here. But we thought we would do a show with just you and me. Never done this before.
Yeah.
You're a blast. I've told you this before. You are literally one of my favorites. And I was bragging about you on the way in. And I will be honest with you. I said she's the funniest female out there.
Yeah.
And I know you don't like that. Females don't like that.
No, you should make that distinction.
I mean, we're over?
Oh.
Are we ending?
We're wrapping? Just because he brought up female comic, that's when they're like, you know what? Enough.
That's when you get riled up too.
Yeah.
I know women don't like that when you qualify.
I'm sure you tell black comics they're your favorite black comic all the time, right? Or maybe a comic with a disability. Hey, you're my favorite comic with a short arm.
Oh God, Josh Blue.
He's the best.
Best gimp.
He is the funniest.
The best gimp.
He's the best comic with preferred parking.
You can qualify some. So it's great to be on a list, though, on a top list.
I am glad that you think of me that way as a female.
You're amazing. How do we get a hold of you? I guess we'll put that up on the screen. Put that on the screen.
Oh, okay. We'll put @Cura Comedy as my Twitter. You can put that on the screen.
I was wrapping that up, and I wasn't even meaning to wrap it up. I was going to get into a whole new segment, but we are finished. We're finished. Our holiday special. Always great to see you. You're a blast. I did your podcast, which we can hear how?
Oh, if you go to iTunes, it's the Kira Sultanovich Show.
The Kira Sultanovich Show.
That's easy, right?
By the way, we've gone on so long on our leaving the show that they actually ran out of music.
And they had to replay
and
the
music. And
music?
he had to like go, okay, here we go. Same music. We'll see you next week. I'm not going to promote who it is. This was our substitute show with our substitute co-host, who I'll take as a sub anytime.
I would love to. Thanks for having me on.
See you.
And I'm hypnotized.